they do and they don't. Okay? So let us set our rule before we continue. So let's start. Yes.
Be attentive and avoid side discussion.
Okay, be attentive and avoid side discussion. Then
switch off your phone and avoid distraction.
Switch off your phones and avoid distractions. What else? Any other
Questions where necessary.
Okay. Ask questions when necessary for clarification. Okay, so those are some of the things that we need to do. Okay, also if you want to go out, in case you want to go out, you can take permission instead of just going out. Okay, if we do all these things, we will be able to understand this topic very, very much. Please, we also have to maintain confidentiality in case you learn something that is new or you saw a document that is different from what you have, so that you don't bring it out. And also ask questions. And I also want everybody to respond to ask questions. You must not just keep quiet. And you just, if you don't understand, you say, like I told you, whichever something you say, answer you say is what? Correct. It's not so. You just expatiate and open on it to discuss. Be free to talk, to share your experience with us also. So, now, these are the few things I want us to discuss in respect to this topic. Okay? If you look at the thing there, we talk about some of the key points we should discuss. These are the things that we're going to be discussing. Some of you are really familiar with this. Okay? They should be what? There should be weighted circles around each palm. Okay? There should be weighted circles around each palm. Okay? Now, that will help us to what? To reduce the growth of grasses around the palm. It's not so. Yes. They also, we should what? Plant cover crops should be used. You know, cover crop will add manure to our palms also. And if we also plant cover crop, the cover crop will also help to avoid erosion. Very correct. Okay?
And reduce the growth of unwanted grasses.
Exactly. So cover crop when you planted can also reduce the growth of what? Unwanted grasses. So it will suppress the other grasses. And at the end, since it's a leguminous crop, it will bring nitrogen to the soil. Okay? Then dead fronts need to be removed from the trees. You know those dead palm fronts that are dead, they need to be removed from the tree because some of them will carry disease. It's not so. Some of them will carry insects that can go into the palm. So we need to remove them and also create an aeration around the palm so that the palm will be free from all these dead fronts too. No loose fruit should be left lying in the ground. You know, when you harvest your palms, you should not allow loose fruit to be left lying on the ground. Because loose fruit is wet. It's not so. It produces the highest oil. So if you leave it wasted in the field, that means you have lost some money. So for us to achieve maximally, we have to remove our loose fruit from all the field. You understand? So, and before you can see all the loose fruit to remove, means that your ground must be what? Clean. And if you weed round the palm, you will see that every loose fruit that falls on the ground can be seen. And also if you weed around the palm, you also discover that it will even avoid injury. If it will not allow snake to harbor around the palm, so that when you're picking the loose fruit, the snake will not bite you. You understand? So these are some of the agricultural practices. Okay, so we also want to see green fields. We want to see nice green leaves on the front, like our palm front. Instead of being yellowish, that is a palm leaf. Instead of being yellowish, we want to see them looking what? Green. Means that there's a lot of nutrient in the soil. And then we also should practice soil conservation when necessary. Like for instance, when we are planting in the slope, like somebody has talked about cover crop, to help to add nutrient to the soil, to suppress grass. You know, when you plant cover crop, to cover the leaf. When you plant cover crop, you cover the leaf, to cover the soil. It will not allow erosion. It's not so.
Yes.
And if it does not allow erosion, it will also help to protect the soil. It's not so. Yes. But if the soil is left bare, if the soil is left bare, it will cause erosion, especially on the slopy area. Slope means a hilly place. It's not so. Yes. Sometimes we will avoid planting on slope when we don't have good management practice on the slope. Then we should also maintain a decent road, good plantation road for easy movement and transportation of fruits, farm inputs, and other things. Then we should use regular application of empty bunches as compost around oil palms. EFB, empty bunches. Empty bunches are those fruit that have been milled. They remove all the nut, it's only remaining the bunch that is empty, that they lose the fruit are no longer inside. That is what they call empty bunches. And it helps to add nutrient to the soil. And during the dry season, if you put them around a palm, it will help to mulching, okay, to conserve water for such a palm. And then we also ensure correct yield record. This is very, very important because you will not know whether you are improving or not improving in your yield. Do you understand? So you have to ensure that you have appropriate record. For instance, you can say my record is 1 bunch a day, 2 bunch a day, 3 bunch a day, 4 bunch a day. It's not so. Maybe at the end of the day, you say every day I have 20 bunches that I harvested. It's not so. Then you can move from 20, recording in the number of bunches in a day. You can say, okay, each plot gives me 20 bunches. It's not so. You can move from that one. You are upgrading it. You now say, okay, each farm is giving me an average of what? 10 bunch or 5 bunch or 2 bunch per harvest. Then you accumulate them together. You will discover that you have had a lot of what? Record to keep. And that record can help you in planning. You understand? And then maybe you have added fertilizer in this side and you do not add fertilizer in this side. You will not discover that, oh, this side I added fertilizer, increase the number of bunches. And also you can also keep record on the weight of the bunch. You understand? If you put, let's say you put 20 bunches in a truck and weigh them, you discover that these 20 bunches weighing this. You can now start comparing this year planting and this year planting. This field bunch weight and this field bunch weight. So when you keep all this record, you will see that record keeping is very critical for good agricultural practices. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. Now, for the fact that we might not be able to go to the field because of logistics, that we have not, we do not because of logistics, I will show you pictures of all these things we have talked about. So if you don't understand, we might also still go to the field, at least just for a short period, even a short 2 minutes, to demonstrate most of these things. Now, this picture, can you see it clearly?
Yes, sir.
You see clearly. Now, this picture has shown 3 different things here. It has shown wheat round the palm. Did you see it?
Yes.
It has shown green leaves. Did you see it?
Yes.
And the same picture has shown cover crop. Do you see it? So the one picture has shown everything, and this is a good plantation. And the practice here is very okay. You see? So one picture has shown young palm with cover crop, young palms with circle weeding, and then young palm with green leaves. This is a typical example of a good plantation road. Do you see it? Yes. Manage this. And also, this also picture has shown that there is good soil management here. Instead of allowing erosion to scatter everywhere, trench, this is a ditch to allow the water to flow in between. You understand? And the road will be normal and good. Look, this is a good plantation road. A typical example. Now, this picture has shown field maintenance, a very good field maintenance. You see, this one, the plantation is dirty. It's not so. Is this a good agricultural practice?
No.
This is not a good agricultural practice. And then this one has shown a very good agricultural practice. You can see the interrows are clean for movement. You see, somebody can walk here. This is between palms. It's very clean. You can see that the palms are well circled, weeded. It's not so.
Yes.
And then you can see that the bushes, the palm field is very clean also. So you can compare the two pictures. Now you choose which picture. Let's say this is picture number 1 and this is picture number 2. Which picture will you choose in your farm?
Picture number 2.
Which picture will you choose in your farm?
Picture number 2.
Okay, you will choose picture number 2. So because of why this one, the field is very good. It's not so.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to do. So we want you people to practice these kind of practices in your farm. It's not so.
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's move on. Any question or any contribution? Now we have talked about you should remove all the loose fruit from the field. It's not so.
Yeah.
Now look at loose fruit here. Very neat, very clean. We have brought them all from the field. So these are the practices that we want you people to inhabit. We want you people to practice while you are producing your farm. And also the same side like this. Look at the field is clean. The palms is very greenish. The circles around the palms are weeded. Okay, so that's a very good practices. Now we also talk about use of empty bunches. Also, the use of empty bunches to discuss to apply in the plantation. You can see the empty bunches are applied around the palms. So empty bunches are applied around what? The palms. It's not so.
Yes.
Look at them here. Around the palms. And here, there are two methods used here. They use two methods here to apply the empty bunches. This one here, this picture here is showing that the empty bunches are applied around the palms. It's not so. Now this picture here is showing that the empty bunches are applied on the row. It's not so. This also is like the sludge that comes from the bunches after milling. There's a kind of hard substance that comes out. It's more of the maybe some very crushed here empty bunches, very crushed one that mix with oil and squeeze out. It's also used as a compost manure to apply in the field. Alright, this also brings manure to the palms. Then also we are also talking about other practices, good practices. This is also pruning. Pruning is a good practice. It's not so.
Yes.
We talk that we should not allow, we should remove all the dead front. It's not so.
Yes.
Now this is the method used in removing the dead palm front from the palm. When you prune your field will be very, very clean, and you can what? Harvest very well. Yes, you need it to remove diseases, it will remove all the dead front, and then when you want to harvest, you will not spend too much time in removing the bunches.
Also,
I
you
think
very well.
danger from the dead fronts.
Sorry, sir.
Danger on it. You know those listen.
Yes.
If you put it well, when harvesting or planting, those things will not injure someone.
Okay.
And so they maybe sometimes the front might be overgrown.
Okay.
So you need to prune it down. It must not be that it is dead. It can overgrow. And sometimes they have stages,
Yes.
and they have months and period where they can do pruning. The front must not be dead before they have to prune. And sometimes you must have reached the period of pruning. So they have to prune it
Yes.
for more fruits.
Yes.
And they have the standard of pruning, which is they say one to the bunch.
Okay.
One front to the bunch. So one front to the bunch must be achieved while pruning so that more fruits and more bunch will be coming
Okay.
out. And then the way you prune, you will kill
The palm.
the palm.
Good. So you see, this is a good experience. And I hope people have understand it.
Yes.
The way you prune, you can also kill the palm. Killing the palm does not mean that you just kill the palm immediately. You will injure it. And then if you injure it, from there disease can now enter the palm. And the palm, when you prune very well, you will discover that it will heal. It will, yes, a lot of fruit will come out because you have pruned it. There will be a lot of pollinations on it. Okay, so it's good. And another thing I want you to look at is very important, critical. Wearing of what? PPE is very important while working in the field. And then this is another aspect too that we should not forget in doing in taking this course, good agricultural practice training. You understand? Which you are here today. You are here for a training. You also have to train people that work with you in the farm. You need to tell them, especially for the quantity of fertilizer that need to be applied. It's not so.
Yes.
You need to just train them on the quantity or the type of fertilizer you want to apply and how you want to apply it, the season and the time. So it's very important that we also do train our workers. We cannot put training away while we are doing agricultural practices. Training does not mean that you sit in the class the way we are sitting down like this. Training means that we will stay while we want to work, we will talk. It's not so. We will say, okay, today we want to put fertilizer, and the name of the fertilizer we want to put is this name, NPK 17, 20, or 12. And then in this fertilizer we want to put, we are going to put maybe 2 kg or 1 or 0.5 kg per pound. And we are going to broadcast it, depending on the age of the palm.
Yes.
Maybe very close to the palm, or maybe 1 meter away. Alright? So we should know that one, our workers should know. So that we don't carry fertilizer that's going to broadcast around the palm and throw into the bush. Also, this is also a process. You see, this is like I was saying, this is demonstration. They are weighing the fertilizer first to see the quantity. Probably they have told them, okay, you have to apply fertilizer, let's say 2 kg per pound. So probably the person that is weighing it, and before he is able to distribute, and then this is fertilizer application. You can see the people. You can see the people. Very, very good way of doing fertilizer application. And they are well dressed up and they are applying. You can see the application. This is another process which is harvesting. We need to harvest. And it's also very important that when we are harvesting, in terms of good agricultural practices, we need to harvest bunches that are what? Ripe. We should not go and harvest unripe bunches. Because if we harvest unripe bunches, yes, we might count that, oh, this palm has given us 20 bunches, but this palm will not give us 20, the same quantity of oil than another palm, that another bunches that are ripe. Because when it is not ripe, the oil production is very low. Do you understand? Yeah. So, that is the end of our training session. Do you have any question? Do you have any idea you want to share? Any experience you have got, you can share with us. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Thank you.
Yes, any question?
Yes.
Okay.
My question is, like from the experience, what happens when someone harvests unripe bunches, which we normally call green bunch? What happens to that particular bunch? Knowing that it will not eat, it will not bring out any oil, what do we do with that unripe bunches?
Okay. If somebody harvests an unripe bunch and you have wasted it, but you can still get something, probably the bunch might have been ripe somehow, but not very.
Okay.
You understand?
Like green.
Yes, it might not be the real ripe. You understand? It's underripe. Okay? Because maybe underripe bunch. Now, if somebody has harvested that one, what you need to do, you can take that bunch and keep it somewhere separate for a number of days, maybe 4 days, 3-4 days. It will ripe. It will ripe. But it will not have given you the same ripeness as the one that was allowed to ripe on the palm. Natural ripeness. But at least when it's ripe, you get some oil more than the one that you have gotten from the first day that it was harvested. And then you can also still get the kernel from it, which will also help in other ways. And you also get the fiber for you to use to, you can use fiber, the EIPS to send back to the plantation. Any other question? In the absence of any other question,
Have contribution.
where are contribution?
Yeah, when it comes to the application of fertilizer, our workers, we need to know that before you apply fertilizer, so I will say before there's a period in applying everything. In good agricultural practice, we have what we call a periodic table, whereby from so time to so time we have to do this. We have to do both slashing.
Yes.
We did not mention slashing.
Yes.
Okay, we mentioned the right maintenance of
Yes,
the field. Okay,
yes.
good. Another one is before you apply fertilizer, we should make sure that the base is already clean.
Yes.
We don't apply fertilizer on the grown and unmaintained field.
Okay.
So that's what I want to contribute.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Felix. God bless you. We will continue in subsequent topic as time goes on, so that we'll be able to understand the system very, very well. Thank you, and God bless you. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much.